Good morning. Today, the most vital aspect which is uh, concerned about a lot of people about wearing hijab. That full bench, Rituraj Avasti, CJ Krishna Deepsit, and JM Kazi JJ. Full bench judgment AR 2022, Karnataka 81. Though they have said Muslim women wearing hijab is not essential religious practice of Islamic faith. Then they say the notification issued by the Karnataka Education Institution rules valid. Then also they say what is police power, whether it is only police power or some authority else could regulate this. These things are there. And the fundamental right to expression autonomy, principle of reasonable accommodations, qualified public places called schools, court, war rooms, defense camps, all have been crystallized with definitions. So that I want to take you all for certain paragraph, then I will give my opinion about that. This is about source of Islamic law, Holy Quran being its principal source. Then they say they discuss about general principles, but then they say hijab is a veil ordinarily worn by Muslim women. It is true. Its origin in the Arabic verb hajaba has etymological similarities with the verb to hide. Hijab nearly translates to partition, screen or curtain. There are numerous dimensions of understanding the usage of hijab: visual, spatial, ethical and moral. This way the hijab hides marks the difference. Protection arguably affirms the religious identity of the Muslim woman. This word as such is not employed in Quran, cannot be disputed, although commentators may have employed it. This is most important thing. Then they say in footnote 3760 of Abdullah Yusuf Ali, Indian jurist, they say hijab is an outer garment, a long gown covering the whole body, or a cloak covering the neck as bosom. That's what they say. They say only to veil, to cover bosom and modesty in dress. This is what they say. Then Surah Nur 2980. The need for modesty is the same in both men and women, but on account of the differentiation of the sex in nature, temperaments and social life, a greater amount of privacy is required for women than for men, especially in the matter of dress and uncovering of the bosom. Then they say Surah Hijab. This is for all Muslim women, those of the Prophet household as well as others. The time where those of insecurity, see next verse, and they were asked to cover themselves with outer garments when walking abroad. It was never contemplated that they should be confined to their houses like prisoners. Hijab plural jalabib, an outer garment, a long gown covering the whole body, or cloak covering the neck as boobs. These things are there, no doubt. Muslim women are being protected by hijab for so many reasons, to prevent stalking. There is no doubt about that. It is not that Muslim alone is wearing these sort of dresses. But in Indian customs, there are so many other ways. Muslim covers the entire body, like Rajasthani, Gujaratis, Marathis. In Tamil Nadu, they used to call it Mukkadu. But unfortunately, when a woman was selected for MBBS course, see, that time the British government provided such a facility for that lady, so that she attend the classes without seeing the other male persons, by protecting a screen in between the male student and the woman candidate. This is what had happened. Whatever it may be, to step ahead, at the preliminary stage of school life, when they are up to at least plus 2 students under the age of minority, there must be a common thinking of every child that all are equal. And this wearing hijab may show that some special considerations are extended for why, what not. This is concerned. So I leave it to you. I do not want to discuss all about that. But hearing a hijab in public places is up to her right. Nobody can question. When somebody else is entering, if suppose a student from Rajasthan entering the college of Tamil Nadu with a full form of native dress covering the entire face, that may not be permissible. This is what had happened. They have given full judgment. So let us not think about these things. But one thing is there, that child wants that she should not be stalked. This word I use, she should not be stalked. She can wear a hijab after leaving the school, covering the entire uniform. This is what my suggestion would be. But when you enter, there should be common uniform among all. This is what I feel. All these things are sometimes creating as grave issues, which resulting enmity between the classes, invasion against humanity, disturbing the moral and values. These things are there. Therefore, let us think, probably, no doubt, because this, no doubt, wearing hijab, nobody can prohibit, but only to control the students, underage students, to feel uniformity in classes. So this will be better in that way, so that the children attending classes may not feel that some special consideration is given. This is what had happened, and let us hope this may not happen in others. But when I studied in Corporation School, next to the Maharani Theatre, still that school is there, but it is now ladies' school. When I studied in that school, there was Urdu school. Almost all students are allowed to wear hijabs only, because that school was exclusively for Urdu learning students, probably Muslims. But there may not be any disparity among the participant students. But here, when you enter in a different arena of school, wherein all students are mingling together from coming from various uh, area of caste, creed, religion, whatnot. So that would be far better. Let us hope that this issue may not be uh, concentrated much. Let us wait for Supreme Court judgment. Sorry, but I submit that hijab is to prevent stalking. There is no doubt about this so far I am concerned, and every man, if consciously answers yourself, are you not stalking? What I say, silently. If you will have your own answer, but at the same time you may get annoyed if your blood relations like daughters, sisters, relatives, friends, sisters are being stalked. This is what most important, resulting so many consequential crimes also. I hope I am still confusing to make you to understand this judgment. You go through the entire judgment, you will have a knowledge about the proper says. These all are regulations. If question of religions comes, they want to take you a peaceful life, so that you develop your character suitable to your atmosphere and surroundings, and you help the humanity kind. For that there should be regulations, orders. This is what a religious commandments. I understand, and to one extent it is understandable. But when you trespass into the field of committing hatred, taking revenge, taking advantage of your numbers, if you indulge in such activities, then there is no use in teaching these commandments by any prophet of any religion. Best wishes.